Hey, what's up, YouTube? Welcome to my channel, Ask Jimmy Smith. Today, I'm excited to be bringing to you what I believe are 4 Amazon seller changes that will be happening and that will have a big impact on you as the Amazon seller in 2023. Now, many of these may actually still be applicable for 2024, 2025, etc. But ultimately, I wanted to talk about the 4 main ones that I know are coming, plus a bonus 5th one that I actually believe will be continuing to happen as they've done over this past year. I think it will become more apparent, and there's going to be some legislation potentially that could come out to make that even more enforced. So make sure to stick around for that bonus 5th one here at the end. Also, leave some comments below if you think that there's other things that should be added to this list. I'd love to make videos on those, or at least just hear your thoughts and comment and respond to those, because I do read every comment that comes my way. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get to the first one, which are the Amazon fee changes and the small and light fee changes. I actually recently recorded a video talking through specifically the small and light program, as well as the changes that are happening with it. They're big changes that can truly impact your profitability quite a bit. But Amazon is also changing their fee structure on the same date. And that date is January 17th, 2023, when all of these things go into effect. So Amazon actually recently put out all of their new fee changes and structures that are going to be coming out. There are some things going away. There are some things that they are adding ultimately, as is expected and as happens every year. Overall, the fees are going up. However, the small and light program has also gotten a boost in the maximum price that you can enroll products in. And so I'll go ahead and link that video up above, potentially even in the description, for you to be able to find that and the specific changes with the small and light program. But the general gist is it's going from a maximum of $10 to a maximum of $12. So if you have any products that are lower than $12, you want to make sure on January 17th, 2023, that you are enrolling those products into the small and light program to get the extra profitability. But additionally, anything that is between 12 to about maybe 13.25, somewhere around there, you may be able to lower that price to 12 bucks or 11.55 or something like that, and still make more profit than when it was at a higher price. So you want to double check all of your products between 12 to about 13.25 or so. You can go a few cents above and a few cents below to see what'll work. But on that date of January 17th, 2023, that is when you want to make sure that you're enrolling those products in. They don't even have to be sent in after you've enrolled them. You can actually enroll products that are already at Amazon warehouses currently. So it's a great program to utilize. But also, you want to check out that new fee structure. So I will link the article that Amazon put out, or I guess the press release that they put out talking about those fees, because they are very important to know for your products that may now be unprofitable if it got pushed into a new pricing band. Or maybe there are some that might actually save some money depending on their weight, because Amazon changed the pricing bands from 6 ounces to about 4 ounces a piece for some of those lighter ones. And so you may actually have one that saved you a little bit of money. But ultimately, there are other fees that are changing during this time. They're getting rid of some, adding some. So I highly recommend checking out the information for Amazon fees that are changing January 17th, 2023. Now, the second thing is one that actually changed a while back. I believe it was August or September of 2022, but I think that there's going to be more changes happening in 2023. So the account health rating is specifically a video that I made that, again, I'll link that above if you want to see it and in the description below. But the account health rating changed a few months prior to the making of this video. And what they did is they created a system where it's a numbers system based off the amount of orders you have and the type of IP claims maybe that you're getting, or the restricted product claims, or whatever it is on the account health dashboard. If you're getting claims, it reduces those points. They essentially gamified the system so that you can have a better, more visible look into your account health, but also so that you can make sure that that your account's not at risk, and you can see what helps and hurts your account health. Now, what I think is going to happen is they're going to continue to refine those changes in 2023. We may get a better look at some of the account health ratings and get more of a detailed account of what is actually going into that. Specifically, I know a lot of people will see their account health rating decrease. And many times I believe that that's due to a reduced amount of orders, because Amazon rewards a high order volume with that account health rating. And so if you have lower amount of orders, it's going to hurt your account health rating. So I'm hoping that Amazon will give some extra visibility there. But if not, I do highly recommend talking with Jeff Schick. He has a service that is currently around around $89 a month, and he is basically your lawyer on retainer. So if you have any account health issues that come up, you can go to Jeff Schick and he can help you with those account health issues based off the agreement that he has with you at the time. So the price in the future may jump up. Right now, as of the time of this recording, it's $89 a month, but I highly recommend using him because he has been a tremendous help in my business and in the businesses of dozens or maybe even over 100 other sellers that I've talked to that work with him. And so this is not an affiliate of any kind, but that is his website, jeffschick.com, because there are going to be more and more account health rating changes as Amazon has done throughout the entirety of my currently 7 years of selling on Amazon. They continue to change how account health works and the visibility we get into it. I think there's going to be more changes next year. I'm not sure if it's going to be for the better or for the worse of different types of sellers, but ultimately there will be changes because there always are. And so make sure that you're staying on top of the account health dashboard and your rating. And also make sure if it starts to go down that you do a higher order volume, even if you're losing some profit or breaking even is what I would suggest, breaking even on some things so that you can get your order volume up. If you're getting close to the danger zone, the threshold of the danger zone, if you're getting close to that, start sending in a bunch of products that will sell quickly and maybe make 5-10% return on investment ROI on, or even break even so you can get your account health back up if you're selling good products. So that would be the second change that I expect to have a big impact in 2023. Now, the third one is that there's going to be a further reduction in employees at Amazon. And this has been widely reported. I actually have an article. Let's see, this is from the New York Times. I'm going to add it here. Amazon is said to plan to lay off thousands of employees. The job cuts of approximately 10,000 would start as soon as this week. And this was as of November 14th, 2022. So I'm recording this in December. So they are expecting 10,000 people to be laid off. They may have already been laid off at this point. And I've seen other reports that said 20,000 employees. Now, specifically, this article is discussing more of the Alexa and the technologies and electronics side of things, but they will continue to lay off employees or reduce the hiring for their warehouse employees as well. They've already reduced how many warehouses they're building in the US, and they're going to continue to reduce their workforce. And so what that means to me is ultimately that Amazon is seeing the economic times that we're currently in. They realize that they can't keep taking on all of these costs, and so they're trying to reduce their workforce. From a seller perspective, that means there might be slower check-in times, or maybe there's some extra mistakes that happen. Maybe there's some slower customer delivery times, which can increase returns, right? This is kind of a more concerning point. I'm not worried about it from an Amazon standpoint because of the fourth one that I'm going to be talking about soon. So even with this employee reduction, there may be some hiccups, but they're probably going to keep their best employees instead of hiring a bunch of new ones and training a bunch of new people. I would hope they're going to be trying to keep their best employees. So that is my hope. I believe that ultimately it's not a huge problem, but it could slow down some of the shipment check-in times. There could be some extra returns or something due to poor, the amount of employees being able to work. But ultimately, that is a change that you should expect and also know is coming. Now, the fourth one is why I said I'm not as worried about this third one. And that is because Amazon is trying to return to customer satisfaction focus. And so what that means is they're going to be trying to pick up their delivery times for shipments. They're going to be trying to ensure that their products aren't getting broken because of poor packaging, etc. The reason I say that is due to this article, actually, from geekwire.com, but they're trying to protect the brand. So there are areas where more than investment and expense reduction is needed. These might even require an increase in investment. The strategy is simple: protect the brand by improving customer satisfaction and employee safety. So first, improve customer satisfaction. If you look at this, it says last year customer satisfaction at Amazon declined to a record low on the American Customer Satisfaction Index, which tracks shopper approval at more than 400 of the largest companies in the United States. Amazon scored 78 out of 100, down from 86 out of 100 5 years earlier, and its worst performance since 2000. The year the index started tracking the Seattle-based company in 2020. The year the index started tracking the Seattle-based company. In 2020 and 2021, Amazon fell behind the shopping sites of Costco and Nordstrom. Consulting firm Brooks Bell earlier this year also surveyed more than 1,000 Amazon customers in the United States and found that nearly a third of them reported regularly receiving products late or getting an item of low quality. That is the first time the firm conducted the study. So a third of Amazon customers are reporting they're getting products late or getting it of low quality. I assume that also means broken or damaged. And so they are going to be doing this by cleaning up the marketplace, improving the seller experience, and improving on-time 2-day prime delivery. So even with a reduction in employees potentially continuing to happen into 2023, they're going to be focusing more on the quality experience and making sure that shipping times are met, which can help us as sellers. The payback is guaranteed both short-term and long-term. There was an article here on Prime Day issues demonstrating the need to serve sellers and customers far better. And then second, they are going to be focused on fulfillment center employee safety, which helps their current employees, even if they're reducing them. Continue to make this a top priority and set lofty goals. As the Amazon leadership principle states, leaders work every day to create a safer, more productive, higher performing, more diverse, and more just work environment. This is not only the right thing to do, but it will create brand loyalty and will force innovations that scale. And so I'll give a link to this article as well as to the full Amazon customer satisfaction article talking about how the customer satisfaction has slipped and why. Ultimately, Amazon is seeing this. They're seeing the worst performance they've had since the year of 2000. And this is something that is going to have to be a high focus for them to make sure they're meeting their prime delivery times, make sure that they're doing better at packaging products, make sure they're also getting rid of counterfeit sellers. So be a good seller is really what I'm saying here. But that return to customer satisfaction will help us as sellers, even if they are reducing employees and there may be some hiccups there. Hopefully this return to customer satisfaction will help quite a bit. Now it's time for the bonus fifth one here, which is more of my, I guess, more of a prediction than something I've seen any place, just based off of what they've done in the past, which is there's going to be, my guess is, more buy box rotation between fulfilled by merchant sellers and fulfilled by Amazon sellers, and it's going to be less price dependent. Amazon consistently has shown that they're getting pressure from different governments on how the buy box is rotated, on who gets favoritism, etc. And while I personally use the FBA program for everything and usually almost exclusively recommend doing FBA because of the extra help that Amazon gives us from a customer standpoint. This is something that I think will continue to evolve over time, that Amazon's going to have to be more open about who gets the buy box, whether it's an FBM seller, an FBA seller. And also the buy box will become even more less price dependent based off of trying to hit their shipping time. So if you're a seller that sends in some products and your products are stored in St. Louis, well, they're going to give buy box preference to a customer in St. Louis with your products versus somebody's products that are in California or New York. So that means that you can also continue to price a little bit higher as an FBA seller. Test this out with your products, but I've seen it across the board up until this point. Test out pricing your products a little bit higher than the current buy box, because Amazon is rotating the buy box throughout the country to different customers at all times based off location and availability of those products because of point 4 that I just made. And so if you are somebody that is using the FBA program, be excited that you may be able to sell products at a higher than a typical buy box price because of where your products could be located. It's not going to work every time, but it is something to keep in mind. And if you're a seller that wants to do more FBM, realize that Amazon has been rotating that buy box even more to FBM sellers. And so I highly recommend trying that out or testing it out, depending on what your business model is. Take heart that Amazon should be providing more of a buy box rotation. That is more of my guess. That is not a guarantee. But this is the fifth and final bonus one that I believe will be a big impact for 2023. So hopefully these 4 and essentially 5 Amazon seller changes will have a big impact in 2023. Hopefully this helped you. I believe that there's a lot of information that continues to come out each year. There's going to be other things I could never have even seen, at this point in time that will change next year, right? In 2022, we had some GTIN changes and some other big things on UPCs and EANs. And I did a whole video live, YouTube live with a bunch of experts on that. So if you want to check that out for the GTIN changes, that has already happened. And so I don't believe that that's going to be as big of an issue in 2023 since we've already had it. But that also means Amazon could have other big changes coming in 2023 that affect us. So hopefully these 4 and really 5 things helped you and gets you prepared for 2023. If you have any other suggestions or comments, please leave them below, or any other questions that you'd like me to answer on a video or just answer for you in the comments, I'm happy to do that. Please like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Helps me know that I'm doing a good job and that you're enjoying the content. And lastly, if you'd like to stay up to date with a bunch of different Amazon changes that come through all the time, right? You need some extra help. You want to ask other sellers questions. I highly recommend joining the My Silent Team Facebook group. It's completely free. I don't own it. I'm a moderator in it. It's the bit.ly/MST group. Again, completely free, over 70,000 members in there. I've been in it since December of 2015 when I started selling on Amazon. So I highly recommend joining that because you can ask a bunch of questions and keep up to date with some of these changes that are happening as well. But without further ado, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that it helps you and blessed you. And I hope that you have a great rest of your day and a blessed rest of your week.